Hello YouTubers, welcome back to GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair channel, where my job was to save you money. This afternoon I'm working 2005 GMC Safari. It's a 4.3 6-cylinder automatic 2-wheel drive minivan. So today I'm gonna bring you along in how to replace a water pump, serpentine belt, and I think that's about it. Anyhow, if you're a new subscriber, I want to give you the welcome to our channel. Thank you for hitting that subscription button. If you haven't subscribed just yet, please take a second, do it right now. Yes, please do it right now. That'll be great, thank you. All right, it's not such a thing, something for nothing. So you get an information, we will like your subscription. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing it. All right, so let's get into the video. So for this, on this type of vehicle, it's pretty straightforward. First of all, to access this, we need to remove, oh, dang it. Let's try this again. We have to remove the air filter housing. To do that, the first thing we need to do is going to be use a flat screwdriver. Okay, we're gonna reach right there. We're gonna go and loosen up this clamp right here. It's a little bit tight spot, that's why we're using a short screwdriver. Okay, because that next thing that we got to do, we're gonna disconnect the mass airflow sensor, the MAF sensor, the intake air temperature sensor. Be careful with this because you know the engine gets very hot, and over time this clips, they get brittle and they can break, so we don't want to break stuff just because we like to be cautious. Want to disconnect it. Now we're gonna pull towards us. Now you're gonna wiggle right here. Be careful with the gas pedal cable, and this is the whole thing. All right, you don't have to take too many other parts. It's a bar. Okay, now that we're here, let's check this. That's filthy. Yeah, we're gonna order a new one. The next part is it's quite straightforward. What we're gonna do, we're gonna come here, we're gonna wiggle this, and it comes out. I don't think it was much wiggle there, but be careful here. Come, be patient, and it's out. We got that. You see now the area that we're going to be working on is getting bigger, getting larger. I want to turn the light on, and here the shroud for the fan, we're going to remove it. And on this one you're going to find four 10 millimeter bolts. On this side one is missing, so it's 1, 2, and 3. Correct. Okay, so let's get that here. Interesting, something here is not good, but anyhow, that's a different problem. Let's get this here, see if I can get you. Okay, batteries from my electric gun, they're dead. I forgot to charge them, so I'm gonna be using the automatic gun. 1, 2, 3. You can use a magnet if you have it. If you're not, just reach out and get it. It's 1, 2, 3. We're gonna find one like this so we can just replace it, and so the car can go back with all the pieces. All right, so I gotta reposition the camera. Sometimes wiggling all the stuff can create a vibration, so move the hose to the side. Oh, I forgot. two more here. Been a while since I did this kind of job, so I apologize. We'll get to it. Okay. Dang it. 3. All right, now we got more. All right, so look at that. Now our work area got bigger. Next thing that we have to do is going to be remove the fan clutch from the water pump itself. There are a couple ways that you can do it. Okay, number one, if you have the tools are going to be, they're going to look like this. This is to hold the pump. This is to grab the nut on the fan clutch and remove it. However, some vehicles, they don't have bolt to put the first tool on. So sometimes if they don't have it, then we're gonna have to use a different approach. In this case, this one does have it. So we are gonna, first of all, gotta find a spot for the camera. A good spot. All right then, so what we're gonna do is sometimes we have to hit the fan clutch, the nut, to break it loose. Okay, you can use a tube, a piece of bar, something solid. So you're gonna hit it right there on top. Okay, to break it loose. Sometimes you have to do it, sometimes you don't. So okay. I'm holding it. There you go. Nice. All right, cool. Didn't take that much. Now you can lift with both hands the fan clutch and spin it, and the whole thing will gonna come out. And here you can inspect the fan clutch. Some over time they crack. If you see some cracks, it will be a good practice to recommend it. Make sure the fan blades are now cracked or missing pieces, because if they do, that can cause an engine vibration, because this will get out of balance, and that out of balance, it will go transferring to the engine the way it runs. I will think that it is the engine mounts. And sometimes people just replace the wrong part because they just don't know. Okay, perfect. Right. Next thing that we're going to do, we're going to loosen up those first before we actually remove the belt, so that way this prevent it from overspinning. That should be a 10 millimeter. I believe, and yes it is. not gonna remove it all because otherwise the belt's gonna snap. Use a 3/8 ratchet to remove the tension out of the belt tensioner right here. Go like that, pull it here, and I hope you already did. I already had the diagram and I forgot. Make sure if you're new to this, you make a diagram. Okay, write it down how the belt is going to run, so that way you can put it back on with no problem. Trying to guess and spend a bunch of time trying to figure it out how it goes. All right, if you didn't do it, just go back. I don't know if you can see it on the video anyhow, but hopefully you can. Now it's a good practice to spin the bearings, the idle pulleys, to hear for noises. That one is nothing, no noise. That one is not good. Noise, no noise. You know the water pump is not good. I'm not even gonna try. Don't care about it. This one is nice. No noise. Excellent. So far we have to order a belt tensioner, because a lot of times the tensioner come together. They don't sell you, on occasions, they don't sell you the pulley, the belt tensioner pulley, because the idea behind it is if the pulley is already failing, the spring on that tensioner probably it should be on his way out. It's not always the case, but there's the idea behind it. All right, so just saying why. All right, great. Let me place the camera again. Okay, fantastic. The next thing that we're gonna do is going to collect all the antifreeze. So we're gonna put something underneath to catch the antifreeze, so that way it doesn't run on the, first of all, on the ground if you don't have concrete, and that goes into the damage the soil and potentially can get into your water, your underground water, which is very, very important for us. So please be responsible, do your job, and help preserve the water. There is, because the next thing that I'm going to do is to remove the lower radiator hose. Okay, you can use the channel locks here if you need to. There you go. Slide it. Sorry about that. All right. So this is loose. It's time to leak some coolant now. So we're gonna take our time. And there you go. Touch as much as we can with this one. The next thing that I'm going to order is going to be a radiator cap. It's always a good practice to replace the radiator cap when you're doing this kind of job. Lastly, Gotta remove this clamp, this clamp, so we can change, remove those heater hoses or the bypass coolant hose. And I'm gonna use this ones. I make this one because I needed to reach on the back of a coolant hoses, heater coil hoses on an Audi a while back, and the ones that I couldn't find long enough, so I ended up making those. So far they work really well, but anyhow, that's another story. One thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this, the idle. That should be 13 millimeter. Nice, nice. It's loose. And we're gonna break that one, the last one, loose. We don't have enough room here. We're gonna remove the water pump, and when it's out, we're gonna have more room so that we can definitely do that. Out of the way. Those gonna be 14 millimeter. Millimeter or 9/16. There are 4. 1, 2, 3, and all 4 bolts, they are the same length, so it's not worry about which one goes where, because they are the same. Okay, now there 3 are totally loose. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, they are the same. The last one, it stays there. Kind of hold the water pump in place. On this case, after I loosen out the 4 one, the water pump stays in the same place. So that means the gasket might have silicone or something like that, so that's why it's holding it there. No big deal. But when I push down here, oh wow, this is pretty tight. There you go. Not tight enough for a hammer. Okay, so that's number 4. Put it over there. And Hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna use the channel hooks. I'm gonna pull this thing. Break it loose. And ta-da! Water pump. Use one. All right. So this water pump was leaking right through here. So anyhow, so that's how you remove it, guys. All right. So hopefully you learned something from this video, and can help you to do your own repair in case you were, you know, apprehensive to doing it. And before you install the new one, just remember you must clean up the old gasket, remove it. That way you have a good seal and you're not gonna have to do the repair twice. Okay, that's one, that's two. Use a razor blade or whatever you have to clean it. Use a rag or brake cleaner, so wipe it clean, so that way when you put the new gasket you should be able to get it done and move on. All right guys, I think I'm gonna stop the video right here. So hopefully you guys learned something and help you to get your job done without any hesitation. Everything else you gotta put it on the reverse order. So I don't think you guys really need me to show you how to do it. Just put everything backwards, reverse order, and you should be fine. Again, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Appreciate your support. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, comment, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I mean, more to me than I can ever tell you. Again, do your best, forget the rest. See you on the next video, and later.